Hey, what's up? Hello! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Patti if you're new here. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you are a returning subscriber, hello, welcome back. Today's yoga sequence is a little on the unique side, but I promise you it's gonna be fun. It's not too long, very short, but you can repeat this video several times if you wanna get in a workout or if you wanna add this to your workout or your yoga flow. We'll be playing around with yoga bolsters, baby. Yoga bolsters are typically known to be used in restorative or yin yoga because they are basically just long, big pillows. They support your body so that your body doesn't have to do any of the heavy lifting. But today we're gonna switch that around and use those yoga bolsters to create a little bit of heavy lifting for a little bit of strength building. You know I love my strength building, especially in yoga. So while the postures that we will be doing might seem familiar, we're going to be using the bolster to help activate different areas of our body so that we can really focus in on building different types of strength. We'll need one yoga bolster, preferably on the firmer side. This one is a Brentwood yoga bolster. It's filled with like these beans, so it's actually quite malleable, but if you have a regular one stuffed with foam or cotton, totally fine. We'll also need a block. If you don't have a block, feel free to grab a pillow that's maybe roughly the size of a block or maybe a couple books. I wanted to write this sequence because I got my mom a yoga bolster for Christmas. Hi, Mom. And I wanted her to be able to use this in a lot of different ways. There are plenty of videos out there that use bolsters for restorative practices. I'm not so familiar with those practices. I'm learning, I'm trying them out, but I am a little bit more familiar with some strength building exercises. So I thought, why not combine the two so that she can watch me and play with her bolster all at once. So meet me on your mat. Let's get started, baby. So I apologize in advance if there's any weird background sounds. It's really crazy windy outside and I live next to an airport. But anyways, let's get started. Grab your bolster, place it lengthwise the center of your mat. We're gonna start with a little bit of restorative just so that we can get comfortable with our bolster. So we'll start in a supported child's pose. Bring your knees out as wide as your mat. Sit your hips onto your heels if you're comfortable. Slowly walk your hands forward and let your body rest on the bolster. So you can let your cheek rest on your bolster, or you can rest your forehead if that's comfortable. But see which way it feels best for your body. Some days might be a little different where you'll notice that you might want to tilt your head more to one side. I typically like to go right ear down because I always lay on my left side. So allow yourself to be supported by this bolster. Start to tune into your breath. Notice how your body gets heavy. And see if you begin to tune in to your body. Take a quick body scan from head to toe. And as you're ready, slowly make your way into a tabletop pose. You're going to pull your bolster towards the top of your mat and lay it out horizontally. So it's parallel to the top of your mat. We'll take supported puppy dog pose. Walk your hands onto the top of your bolster. Make sure this is comfortable for your wrists and your shoulders. Keep your knees back and your hips stacked above your knees. Slowly melt your chest down towards the ground. So you should feel a nice stretch along your chest, along your shoulders, maybe along your lats. If you're comfortable, you can always rest your head down on the ground. Depending how tight you are, you can always get a little bit closer to the bolster, and you can place more of your upper arms on the bolster as well. So if you're new to using a bolster, feel free to try a couple variations so that you can get used to having a giant pillow as you practice. So we'll only be here for a couple rounds of breath. We'll be doing a little bit of upper body as well as some core work today. So just giving our body a chance to stretch out and warm up. All right, gorgeous. The restorative part is over. Grab for your bolster. Place it. So this, I would suggest keeping it flat so that it fits right between your hips. If you have narrower hips, feel free to stand it on its side, but I like it flat. Bring the bolster about hip width distance apart between your knees. Squeeze your bolster pillow between your inner thighs. Make your way to a tabletop. So what we're doing here is locking in our pelvis and neutralizing it. So rather than moving in our cat-cows where you have a little bit of that mobility in your lower back as well, we'll let the core take over a lot of the strength. So you can go ahead and try this exercise a couple times with the bolster as well as without to see if you can tell if there's a difference or not. Squeeze their bolster between your inner thighs. Inhale, cow pose. Lift your tailbone up. Drag your heart forward. Keep your gaze towards the top of your mat. You'll notice you won't have as much range of motion because you're taking out some of the movement in your low back. Breathe in. Exhale, cat pose, round and curl. Squeeze your core up and in. Press your mat away. Continue to squeeze the bolster. See if you can let your core help you with your movements. Inhale, cow pose. Lift your tailbone. Drag your heart forward. Soft bend to your elbows. Exhale, cat pose, round and curl. Squeeze your abs in. Aim your tailbone down. Press your mat away. So we'll go for 2 more rounds nice and slow like that. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Make sure your shoulders are away from your ears. 1 more round. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Remember to squeeze your bolster between your legs. Now we'll try one without the bolster. Bring your knees a little bit wider than your bolster. And notice where the mobility changes. So rather than moving from your low back, you're moving from your core when you have the bolster. All right, great way to warm up here. Bring your bolster back to the center of your mat. We've got a supported forearm plank, but we're going to turn this into a drill. So you've got a couple options here. Frame your bolster with your forearms. Slowly rest your chest onto the block, the bolster. Take a second here, get comfortable, but not too comfortable. Press into your elbows, tuck your back toes. Inhale to a forearm plank. So if you're just getting used to forearm plank, feel free to hold it here. The ground is less far away now that you have your bolster, so if you get tired, feel free to rest your body down. But if you want to work on the drill, keep your toes tucked. We're going to work on building that shoulder and tricep strength. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift your body. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift your body. We got 8 more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. So we're really getting into the strength of our upper body here. Press into your elbows. Fire up your chest. Lower down. 5 more for 5. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. You're looking good for 4. Last 3. Only 2. And 1 more. Press it straight up. Hold for 5. 4. Stay with it. 3, 2, and 1. Slowly release. Now, isn't it nice that you have a bolster to catch you when you lower down? Awesome. Now, go ahead and flip on over. We've got an elevated dead bug. So you might need your block depending on how long your body is. Place your block on the second level. So that's the skinny part. Right above your bolster, have a seat onto your bolster and slowly lower down. So your tailbone should still be on the bottom of your bolster. You can use the block, adjust accordingly. All right, from here, slowly lift your knees up and off of the ground. If this is too much in your low back, feel free to head down to the ground, but the bolster here is meant to help support your back just a little bit. We're really going to focus on engaging the lower core. Extend your arms back behind you. This also takes pressure off of your neck. Lower your right leg to a hover. Cross your right arm towards your left leg. Looking good. Inhale down. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lower. Try to keep your head and neck relaxed. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lower. Exhale, twist. So find what works for you here. You don't have to extend your leg all the way down. Rather, focus on using the strength of your lower core to help your movements. So your spine is completely supported by this big pillow. Use the strength of your core to twist and reach. Gorgeous. Stay with your breath. We're not here for long. Only 10. Stay with it. 9. Exhale as you twist. 8. 7. 6. Last 5. Only 4. Stay with it. 3. Last 2. And 1. Awesome job. Slowly hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice little rock side to side. And then from here, slowly flip back over onto your belly. We're taking an elevated Superman, so move your block off to one side. What I love about these is if I'm doing a Superman on the ground, sometimes my pelvis will hurt because it's pressing into the mat and into the ground. Having a bolster supporting my body feels really nice. So you got a couple options. You can move your block back underneath your forehead. That way you can breathe and take the strain out of your neck. Or if you'd like to, if you feel comfortable hovering your neck above the mat, feel free to do that. All right, squeeze your inner thighs together. Extend your arms up. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drag your elbows back to a back bend. Superman it up. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lower. Inhale, up. Exhale, pull back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. 8 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, pull. Inhale, reach. Exhale, lower. Continue to squeeze those inner thighs. Beautiful. Stay with it. 6 more. Last 6. Elbows back behind you. Reach. Lower. For 5. Back. Reach. Lower. 4. Squeeze your elbows towards one another. Reach. Lower. 3. Last 2. Stay with it. Looking so strong. And 1 more. Inhale, reach. Pull it back. Pause. Lift a little higher. Breathe in. Inhale, reach. And lower. Awesome job, you guys. Pause for a second. Take a deep breath in. Big breath out. All right. So you're going to keep your bolster right where it is. We've got an assisted push-up. So for the first variation, you got a tricep push-up assisted. You got an assisted tricep push-up. So same thing as in our forearm plank. When we're going into chaturangas, I'll show you a variation on your knees first. A lot of times we think elbows out wide, but really you want to keep your elbows nice and tight by your side body to give yourself the most support that you can. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower down. So this is going to be one of your options for a little bit more strength building. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, press up, lower down. You can rest your body onto the bolster. Press back up. Remember to keep your elbows glued by your sides. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Or last option is to bring it to a hover and tap your chest to the bolster. Breathe in. Exhale, lower, tap, press back up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press back up. So choose what works for you here. It's harder for me to talk and teach at the same time, but try to keep your elbows glued by your sides. Because this bolster is in between our arms, it really brings awareness to what we should be using, the muscles that are properly engaged in a chaturanga. Just 4 more. Last 4. Only 3. Here for 2. And 1 more. Press back up. Awesome job. Come on down to your knees. I will show you another variation in case you wanted to work on something a little bit different. Bring your I keep wanting to call it a block. It's like a giant block, big and fluffy. Bring your bolster parallel to the top of your mat, just like our assisted puppy dog pose. But this time, we'll get into a wide arm push-up. If you're wanting to do a little bit more strength building, this one's great for your chest. Bring your knees back behind you for option number one. Keep your hands to frame your bolster. Unless you have an extra long one, notice where your bolster, how long your bolster is. If it's too wide, maybe this one isn't for you. Inhale, exhale, lower down, tap your chest, press back up. It's a little bit of a different muscle group. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. So you can also do this one with the block, but I like the bolster because it kind of gives you a frame of reference for how far your hands should be. So on your toes, inhale, exhale, lower, press back up. The elbows are nice and wide. Out, press up, inhale, out, exhale, up. Awesome. So that's going to be your wide arm push-up variation. So if you're going through this a second round and your triceps are given out, try the wide arm variation as well. All right, go ahead and grab your bolster and head onto your back, or flip onto your back. From here, we're not done quite yet. Bring your bolster onto your shins, reverse tabletop your legs. So focus here on squeezing your core. If there's a little bit of space between your low back and the mat, totally fine. If you feel tightness, please maybe take a different variation, no bolster on your legs. We're gonna pass the bolster. So you're gonna grab the bolster, reach it above you, extend your legs, exhale, tuck it in, pass your bolster back onto your shins, reach your hands back. Exhale, lift, grab the bolster, inhale, reach your legs forward, exhale, tuck your knees, bring your bolster back onto your shins. So let's go for 15 more. That's 15. Beautiful. 14. 13. You can bring your bolster back or you can keep it in front of or right above you. 13. 12. Sorry if I'm completely losing count. 11. My brain's a little scrambled today. 10. When is it not though? 9. Take your time. 8. 7. Only 6. Stay with it. Last 5. Here for 4. Only 3. Stay strong for 2. And one good one here. Reach, reach, reach. And curl it in. Awesome job. Relax your head and neck down. Lower your bolster down to the ground. Pause and breathe. So that was all of the exercises. It wasn't really so much a yoga sequence as it was kind of demonstrating different things that you can do to strengthen while using your bolster. But we do have a restorative supported Shavasana at the end. Go ahead and grab your block as well as your bolster. So place your block at the top of your mat. You're gonna lay your bolster so it makes a little ramp. Sit your booty right at the base of your bolster. And from here, you got a couple options with your legs. So rest your body down on to your pillow, your bolster. You can sit with butterfly legs, hands out wide. Should feel pretty nice on your chest or shoulders. Or if you'd like, you can extend your legs out long. Keep them bent, maybe for a little bit more restorative. I personally enjoy the butterfly in this pose to just open everything up, especially if we've been doing push-ups, crunches. So if you're gonna go for a round 2, maybe do the exercise one more time before you get to this point, because once you get here, I promise you, you're not gonna wanna leave. Allow your shoulders to relax away from your ears. Now, let's cool it down. Take a deep breath in. Big audible exhale, let it go. 2 more like that, deep breath in. Big exhale, sigh it out. 1 more deep breath in. Big breath out. Allow your body to begin to sink into your pillow, your bolster. Let everything get heavy. Feel free to adjust if your hips feel a little overstretched. Feel free to move them, place them however you feel comfortable. Maybe as you begin to settle down, tune back into your body, your physical body. Give it a scan from head to toe. Note any differences. Today we tried familiar postures, but had a different way of engaging our muscles that are a little bit more isolating. So see if you can take a second to slow down so that your body can absorb all that it's learned from the movements today. Feel free to stay in your restorative Shavasana for as long as you'd like. But if you're ready to continue on with your day, before you blink your eyes open, take a second to thank your body for all of its strength, all that it's capable of. And then, once you're ready to reconnect with the present, blink your eyes open, give your fingers a wiggle, toes a wiggle. Reach your arms back behind you for a nice, lengthy pencil stretch. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, slowly press yourself up into a seat. Now that you have your bolster, you can also use it to help you with meditation. It brings your hips a little bit higher than your knees. So go ahead and have a seat, whether it's on the ground or on your bolster. We'll close off with 3 moving breaths. Inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to heart. 2 more like that. Inhale, reach up. Big exhale, hands to heart. 1 more deep breath in. Lengthen through your spine, get tall, sit proud. Big exhale, squeeze your core, bow your head to your heart. Pause, maybe close your eyes. Please give yourself a loving smile. Thank you so much for showing up, for taking the time to move your body, to reconnect with your mind and your breath and your body. 1 more deep inhale. Exhale, namaste. Thank you so much for tuning in to this bolster video. I want to know how it went for you. This was definitely fun for me to come up with. I'm always trying to find different ways to use props. It's always fun to explore how to use them in different ways, because challenging your bodies, even in familiar movement patterns, is a great way for your body to continue to build strength, to continue to build that mobility. So thanks again for stopping by. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment section down below, or you can find me on Instagram at PattiCow. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time. Bye!